Beloved Shannon.
Hello.
We're a bunch of a conglomeration of
A
friends
conglomeration
right now.
chowing food outside on the balcony.
We have bread and cheese,
and
olives and
meat,
meats, wine.
and the wines.
We're
Yo.
so bourgeois right now.
Cheers.
Full of it. Can you pass me the bottle of wine, Christian?
The bourgeois.
The bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Reddit.
I love how neither of us are in the Reddit one.
Not yeah, I mean, who is Reddit?
Who is Reddit?
Is Reddit even real?
No,
I
it's
mean, the
not.
front page doesn't exist anymore. So does RPAD even exist?
No.
Does-
Cheers.
Cheers to you, friends. Thank you for joining us.
Yusuf.
Oh, he had the last bit. Like,
Unbelievable.
You want to say something, Christian?
Hi,
Greedy fuck.
Javon.
Schwan.
Jovan!
Hey!
So nice to have
Nice
you
to see
here.
you.
I think she's saying hi to you.
Yeah, I
actually.
know she
What?
is. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying
nice.
back.
Wanna go and put it in
It's
your
nice to see you. Oh,
alcoholic
Yeah.
display case?
Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, dude, just like you walk up to his apartment, just like a person that drinks lives here, apparently.
A person that drinks lives here, the most descriptive thing in the world.
It's so nice.
Also,
Person that drinks a
I have
lot.
taken over the Meltmore stream on the
Yes.
Reddit side. This is now mine.
It's now his. He's the new Meltmore.
Yep.
I've taken off the cap.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
don't actually know if I want that responsibility.
Yeah, dude, I was about to say, like, it's gonna have to do it every day. Yeah, hello to you too. Thank you, Shanners, for joining us, friend.
Chris, bring more wine.
Yes, this is so
Please.
Oh.
One day, right?
It's
Yeah,
really
I'm
good
having a
wine.
good time. This is my first sip of the wine, actually.
Yo,
That
let's
was-
wait.
Yeah, let's
finish
smoke the
this
one first.
There you go, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Life is too short for shitty wine.
yep. Life's too short for shitty friends and shitty times.
Shitty food.
Shitty food, dude. Food is
Shitty
so
wife,
important. I
shitty
mean,
husband,
you need it
shitty
every day.
children.
Why would you go out of your way to have shitty food?
And you can make the simplest meals so,
Yo,
so
dude.
good, dude.
I feel the biggest problem right now is just people are so tired, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
getting home and needing to make your own food is effort. So,
It is, but you can make some like 30-minute meals.
you can, but the nicest thing about food is that you're actually cooking for other people. That's what I really like. Like, sitting down, making a big ass meal, giving it to someone and watching them enjoy it.
It is great though, but I think it's a
think-
very human thing, but it's also a very South African thing, especially to like gather with people and eat.
Oh, I mean, barbecue's a thing as well.
No, I get it. So I said like it's a human thing. I think gathering together to eat something.
Well, safety in numbers, bro.
The way that I think
And you're
about
very
it-
vulnerable when you're eating something.
Yeah. The way that I think about it is almost like you're tuning into the same reality. Where if you're all eating the same thing at the same time, the same way we listen to music together or we smoke joints or we drink wine, we're tuning into the same moment, the same experience, right? So there's a sense of
now.
The now. Yeah.
Sitting in the now. I've been struggling a lot with that lately. Being in the now. Oof.
It's hard. Where are you instead of being in the now in the future?
Future, past.
Everywhere
What
but
would be
here. Oh.
The combination of the both.
Yeah, it's interesting, dude. It's weirdly enough, it's very like human nature. Wow, it's a very human nature thing to spend time not here, I feel. Like it's something that's so crucial to actually to living and surviving.
There's nothing that loving. I couldn't see the rest of it before it disappeared. One thing that might be a little bit of a yikes is my reading comments. There is nothing that having someone enjoying the food you've cooked. I wish I had the same
Motivation to cook for myself.
myself.
I know.
Right?
I know. I wish I could treat myself that same way, but
Yo.
it takes effort. It
If
takes a
Sebastian
lot of
wasn't
effort.
feeding me the way he's been feeding me, bro. Oof.
At the same time, you kind of do have to take that day for yourself. You say, I am gonna cook myself something nice today. You know? Doesn't need to be
That
complex.
happens once in a while.
Yeah,
and
but-
it's usually a very nice stir fry.
Yeah, but see something simple. But sometimes you just have to say, I deserve to cook myself something.
I deserve to have something nice. I think that's a very important thing to take the time for yourself to be like, yo, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna actually spend some time with myself and enjoy
I
it.
think it's a good we always talk about being mindful in the moment, as in you kind of need to sit down or like meditate and think. But I think just cooking for yourself or taking care of
Yeah,
yourself
bro.
can also be mindfulness.
Absolutely.
100%.
It is absolutely.
It is absolutely mindfulness. Mindfulness is just the idea of remembering that you're a person and that it is important for you to sit down and actually treat yourself like one.
Yo, am I
That's-
tripping out? Does that dude have orange hair?
That dude has orange hair.
Cooking for people
I
feels
mean-
great. I love after group mushroom trip and walk coming down, being together with good music, sharing experiences, and producing healthy sustenance of the group. I couldn't agree more. I really could have. Also, there's more comments.
Thank you,
Chris.
Isaac.
Y'all are
let's
gonna
go
have
with
a
that.
hard time reading comments
They're
today.
Philip.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing. Please,
Love you,
please,
friend.
please
Thank you,
scroll
Kira
down on the
Burke.
thing so that it's at least updating to the new stuff, because it's not. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, friend. Like I the thing that it kind of trips me out with this whole trip that
And,
we're talking about of
for
like
like
feeding
15
yourself is
Maybe 10.
why don't we love ourselves? And I want to ask you this as well, dude. Why don't we love ourselves
Enough.
as much as we love someone else? Like on this level of like romantic
I'm
love.
just gonna leave it here because we're.
Yeah.
Like
Like, we have this capacity, you know, to love someone, but that depth, that capacity doesn't get practiced on ourselves.
Does it subconsciously feel selfish?
You think so?
Might to some extent, I think. You know, we feel like I don't think everyone, you know, thinks they deserve the love they give others. Because
That's
they think it's a big component.
That's an interesting idea. It is. It's a
We are in some company that has other energies involved. now.
no. It's an interesting idea because I feel
Huh?
like what happens is you to sit down and give yourself it. You feel like you always need to do it only when you're rewarding yourself. Like it's something that you need to earn. When in actuality, treating yourself is something you should just do. It should be a part of your life rather
Yeah,
than as like.
that's
should be a
100% true.
practice.
Except if you're doing shit things and you're still treating yourself happy-go-lucky and not feeling any guilt.
I think that's where balance comes in.
Yeah, that's.
If you're busy, like just as a simple example, you're busy murdering a bunch of your neighbors. You're still like
It's a
taking
rather extreme
baths
example.
and feeding yourself with sushi.
Yeah,
and
okay,
taking
fair.
like daily massages, and then you go murder your neighbor at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you come back and you watch a nice series. And pour yourself a glass of wine. Like it's
I-
such a lovely day. Such a nice day.
Hey to you, friend, all the way from South Africa.
Yo.
Somewhere in South Africa.
Somewhere in South Africa, the interesting portion.
4 different infinities that found themselves in South Africa. I was tripping out for a moment when you answered your dad's phone call
Why?
because I remembered again that you're Afrikaans. And I was
I
like,
speak many languages.
yes.
Dude, language.
Afrikaans.
Language is the weirdest fucking thing.
I
in the
love
world.
languages.
Languages are insane. It's so difficult to learn one without actually spending time in the area you need to, because you
If
can't
you
just.
do it every day, and
Yeah,
you
but
are
still, you need
actively
to
paying
practice it
attention-
with someone. Like someone, you need to be able to bounce ideas off of someone in your new language.
No.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it's not necessarily an ideas thing. There are like 3 components to learning a language, which is reading comprehension,
Mhm.
writing comprehension, and
Yeah.
speaking comprehension.
Yeah.
And you can do the first 2 by yourself,
Yeah,
but
because
the
it's just.
third one you need to speak to someone
Yeah.
because it's the only thing that forms those kind of connections in your brain.
And
Because you can have the vocabulary, but if you can't string it together and speak,
it doesn't matter. But a lot of people say that it's actually a lot easier to learn to speak a language because it's your body and brain's very good at picking up sounds and replicating them.
I'm better at picking up how to speak a language than it is to read and write.
Absolutely, because reading and writing is more like learning a new maths like formula. You need to learn what order to put things in, how they work, what comes
Rules.
together. Yeah, but speaking, you don't necessarily need to know the rules to simply actually be able to articulate,
Mm.
which is really cool.
Very nice that you're all together. Hope today is amazing.
Look
I'm
at all
happy to be
those
sharing
birds,
it with
bro.
you.
Yeah,
Dressed for the job. What's that? What's up, Boopy? Yes.
We're
We're
very happy
dressed
to
for the
have you
job
here.
right now, friend.
Yo,
Thank
look,
you.
I am very, very dressed for the job.
Chillaxing.
It's chillaxing,
It's a
dude.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
It is a Saturday, right? This is not how we live.
It is Saturday. yes.
Yo, dude, imagine living like this.
Thank you for sharing this time with us, my friends.
balance. We're talking about
Balance.
balance.
I still remember the first time I saw you at a Psytrance party and you actually came out with these multicolored Aladdin pants and I was like,
It's
Oh.
all- they're like-
That's so sick, dude. I
"Is
love
this
funky
Reynard,
pants.
dude? This is Reynard. He comes out like a
Yo,
fucking
bro.
creature."
Your big text wall. Isaac.
I feel okay. Just keep it there.
Yeah.
I feel the importance comes from the need to remind ourselves that the social need to accomplish is a farce.
Oh, yeah.
We educate ourselves.
Let me
on
read,
how
for
to
God's sake.
efficiently enjoy. This is like
We can educate ourselves on how to most effectively enjoy an experience.
Yeah.
But pressure is something that need not be added to experience. We don't need to feel bad when we're indulging, because the concept of indulgence is something we made up. Do animals feel bad to nap?
Oh, what a good point that is.
bro.
You know, so even though you're saying that, I have been shifting my terminology. Instead of saying I'm gonna have a cheat day, I say I have a day of indulgence. You know, like today. Today is a day of indulgence. Like
Yeah.
I'm drinking wine, which I don't usually do.
We are going overboard today. It is Reynard's farewell party.
I'm staying on the
after all.
board today. Like you don't have enough wine to go overboard, Cristiano.
There's 2 full bottles left. What are you on about?
I'm gonna be very much on the board though. All the way on the board the whole time.
We haven't even made
Ugh.
a dent enough.
Yeah, look, the thing is, I really like the way you put that because
Ja,
I,
Estian.
I feel like the biggest thing is you feel guilty because you have things you want to accomplish which animals don't necessarily have. Their push is towards food, but it's the same. It's maybe a bit more primal because it's that or they die. But for us, it's okay. Technically, it's the same. It's just more complex. You need to work, or you're gonna starve and die. So technically, it is actually the same point.
Or you know, your friends will look after you.
You know what? At some
speaking.
dude, at some point they're gonna get tired.
No,
dude.
that this is one thing that I adamantly don't want to do in my life is get to a phase where I have to rely on my friends to survive. I don't
Typical.
want to be there.
Of course not.
Typical.
I don't want to be there. I don't want to be that leech. And this is speaking very negatively now, not from at all a politically correct point of view. I'm just saying I don't want to be that fucking, you know, leech sucking parasite fucking off another person's
like
life just to stay alive.
Most people feel that way.
Yeah.
It's very seldom.
If you guys by the way, if you guys have not watched the Korean movie Parasite, totally go and watch the Korean movie
Plug.
Parasite.
Fire breathing Jenny and the rave
Plug, just stop.
eating down. Do you
important. It's a really good
all
movie.
eat sitting down for health benefits?
That is
No,
really
Not
good.
we are
necessarily.
I
poor.
literally thought the movie
They do
started as a
because
comedy.
they can't afford a table. There we go. Yeah, this
To a
didn't
horror.
matter.
It went from comedy.
Thank you, I
Well
love
done,
you.
dude. Well done, bro.
Sometimes it's just a simple pleasure sitting on the floor and
Yeah,
eating.
I'm actually like this
So
is my
informal.
preferred. This is my preferred seating position, dude.
It's so informal. I love it.
It's also apparently better for your psychic energy as well.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, Christian is like sick. Not having furniture is
Do
being
all-
smiled
But
upon.
she-
Not having furniture
Yes.
rock. It's fucking the best shit ever.
But
Howdy,
and the same
y'all.
one sleeping on
Joe,
the
thank
floor
you
is
for
better
joining
for your
us.
back than
Parasite
our
is a
bed,
crazy
but you want to
movie.
sleep on
These
the
are the
No, of course not.
memes. Maxine, thank you for joining us. It really is. It's a really good movie as well. Like
I should need to
gripping.
watch it.
Absolutely gripping.
brilliant.
You haven't watched it yet?
Didn't you recommend it to me? Didn't Tiger recommend it to me?
Tiger did
You
recommend.
still haven't watched? I watched it because Tiger recommended it to me. Sure.
I'm really bad with movies. Like terrible. I'll forget I need to watch them.
100% I can attest to this.
I mean,
We watched
before
Doctor
Textual,
Strange
I
recently,
legit
man.
have like 50
Yeah.
books
It
waiting
was
to be
good.
read as well.
Okay.
Yo,
I recently
I don't know
watched,
who
like,
has the J.
I mean, that Jay got parked to death. And now we're gonna start a new one.
When
Well,
did it die?
It
The
got
only-
finished.
the only-
Yo.
The only thing we're missing is Adam's magical ability to manifest joints. Like just
like
No.
this.
no, but you
Yes.
you'll be like talking to him and like he finishes the conversation and then suddenly he
There's a
lifts
joint in
his
his hand.
hands and there's 3 joints in
I
his
just
hand.
miss Adam.
Yeah,
general.
in general.
Me too.
But
He's here. He's like
well,
he's here somewhere.
he's quite a
He's
ways
physically
south.
here.
No, he's in
physically
Victoria.
somewhere
Here,
here.
physically somewhere.
I don't know if he's spiritually somewhere here. He's definitely
I don't know
physically
that.
somewhere
Chris,
here.
grab us a comment, please.
I'm not gonna keep doing
Grab
that.
us a comment. Greg!
I'm just not.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm
Greg.
It's really okay.
Me and you right down this moment. Thank you. Greg sent me $30 yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank
That's
you
Yo,
very
That's
much.
Greg,
sick.
send me $30 as well.
No, don't. Take that $30 and send it to him.
Yeah,
Please
send
send
me
me 30
not-
I could really
I'm
use
okay.
$30 right
Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much. It helps more than you know about the day. Genuinely, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, Joel, and for the all seeing up vote. I don't know if I'm missing comments. I probably am.
We definitely are. It's very hard. With YouTube like disappearing comments so quickly, it's very difficult to keep up.
We're taking time with friends right now, right? I'm taking time for you, Greg's with hey, lol, yes, sir. Yes, sir, Greg. Thank you, on the day again. I see you, I see you. Thank you so much for love.
Always put
Yeah.
the meat best way.
Oh,
It boggles my
now.
mind.
Bare fingers.
Like for me, and I said this to
How
him
they
as
do it in
well.
restaurants.
When someone is willing to donate to
Like-
this space,
Roll.
it's like saying something you can't unsay.
Medium.
It's like you
Medium
say
well.
something with such resolute, certainty to me that I'm like,
So,
okay,
You feel
Maybe.
Yeah.
maybe there's something here.
hmm
Thank you.
No, it's still incredible to me that we can just all be in this space together
Really strong flex.
and spend time and enjoy each other's company, even though all of us are from very different places in the world.
That's not true.
Damn dirty
Not
hippies
us.
with barrel roll.
Ush.
Oh, us.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, even us are from pretty
Harry
different
Potter and
places
the
in the world.
Mullet,
Thank
Good
you, my
morning,
man.
Molly.
We come from
I
basically the
appreciate
same
it.
place,
There
right?
wasn't supposed to be a mullet, but it turned out to be
I
one.
think we're continentally
Yeah.
Africa, yes,
Yeah,
but like
I mean, come on.
Ew.
Africa's
I
pretty
wish
big.
my eyesight was better. I really do.
Robo
You're
eyes, here we
blind,
come.
Johan.
Yeah, I know I'm blind, but I have glasses. Why
It's
doesn't
okay
it
to be
help?
blind, Johan.
But I want to
Nobody's
read.
discriminating against
I
you.
never said I'm discriminating against me.
Maybe you should get better glasses.
Hell, I'm blind
It's
as
a
well.
time.
Yo, I should go get my eyes checked again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blind as well, my friend.
I don't think you're as blind as me.
No,
He's
definitely not.
Blind as a bat.
So I'm blind as a bat, dude.
Look,
It's
this guy
really
went
bad.
without glasses and boogie, bro.
Yo, dude, I could see nothing.
Because it was
He's
just
alive.
raining. It was just raining. What's the point of glasses?
Yeah, you can't see anything anyways. Just, it was very funny when you eventually
Oh
put it back
my
on
God.
and you
Yeah.
could see. And you're like, you're looking at 3 lights. Turns out it wasn't 3, it was like 50. But because I'm so
They go
blind,
through
they
the
all
trees.
merged into 3.
Literally, I
Hey,
remember that
dude.
so well. Do you remember? Dude, it was pouring, pissing
Yo,
fucking
dude,
rain. It was
pissing
straight up
rain.
monsooning.
No, it was literally monsooning.
It was so much wind and fucking pissing rain, and Johan and I, idiots, go hiking out.
We took a walk and we were like, cool. And halfway through the walk, it
and
starts
starts
pissing.
busting from the sky. And anyway, we
Yo,
turned
dude.
around. We're like, cool. I think we've gone far
And
enough.
you're camping during all of
Dude,
this,
we're
right?
camping. I left my towel outside, some of my stuff, and then the ants had eaten through the bottom of my tent the previous night after my cookies. So my tent just got fully flooded. So I had to sleep in the car. It was a hell of a
Okay,
time.
but the point I was trying to make was it was pouring down, pissing rain, monsooning everywhere, and literally the ocean is churning right in front of us, bro. And we're trying to make our way back to camp.
Cut the skin.
We will. And literally, bro, from far away we see this guy running with like a log and jewelry on it, bro. From a mile away, starts running towards us, bro. We're
We're
like,
in the ocean at this
No
point.
way.
What's happening right now?
no way, dude. This guy comes and is like, do you guys want to buy something? I'm like, bro, are
It's
you serious
pissing
right
rain,
now?
dude.
Did you really just do that?
Nah,
do
dude,
you want to buy a
and-
bracelet? It's a good
Dude,
price for you,
It
dude.
made
I'm like,
me
bro,
appreciate.
are you serious?
Dude, it made me appreciate how hard some
The
people have to
grind.
hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Some people in Africa and across the world have to hustle to a degree that we can't really understand.
If they had the same opportunities that we did, they would
Yo,
rule the
dude.
world.
Dude,
Imagine
but we
if
were
I-
literally in the ocean, in the pissing, pouring fucking rain.
And
Dude,
We
we
were
were
so
soaking wet. We did not look like we had money.
these people are homeless.
You did look like tourists. That's important.
You did look like you're not from here.
Okay,
You're
you
standing in
ready?
the ocean while it's pissing rain. Yeah, these people are definitely not from here.
Exactly.
Let me go and help you quick and see if I can catch someone.
Now imagine how smart of an entrepreneur
Yeah.
he was to spot that.
He is.
There you go.
Is that the frame right now?
It's the stream. If you want to.
Oh, okay, thank you so much.
I completely forgot we set that up.
Yeah. Man, it looks so good on Apple actually. You'll see. Apple has our plan figured out. I didn't miss anyone, did I? We didn't miss Zesty Closer Risk. They do it because they can. Well, over them actually. The rare. Poopy is here as well.
really not that thin.
Right here. Cool. the railroad wait ants can eat through tents?
Yes, they can. I am not kidding you. I don't think I have a picture. I really wish I had one. Of literally, I lifted up my tent. And the bottom of the tent, like about this big, had about 18 holes through it. That they had chowed through the bottom of my tent. Dude, Africa is different. This is very different. Things here aren't like they're like we want something, we're gonna eat it. I really wish I was kidding. Yo, dude, Africa's different. This place is just like, well, you're here, you're gonna deal. You're gonna very much deal.
We had to become stronger people.
Yep.
Looks like he's dying a little bit.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are eternally welcome. Battle Melodic for giving me the silver friend. How nice of you.
That's awesome.
Of all the
Thank you.
people-
Bigger than this.
What?
He could have given that award to. I had to try and gender his snoot.
Bro.
He could have
I
given his
really
award. He
appreciate
chose to give it to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Jovan sending love to all our friends. Thank you so much for that, Jovan. Ants with 210s. Love. What kind of ants? Fire ants?
Fire ants.
Better be fire ants, Maxine.
Blood red ants. They were terrifying. They tried to eat me. That's how I woke up.
You know what my kind of traumatic experience with ants are? I need to remember the movie's name. But they basically buried these people in ant nests. And then they would just get like eaten by the ants.
Yo, dude, I remember the movie, but I don't remember its name.
It's a movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger played. Conan the Barbarian.
Or it might have been Conan the Barbarian. I don't know if it was Arnold in that though.
I might be wrong. I might actually be wrong. I'm seeing a different actor in my mind now.
Yeah, it is a different actor that plays Conan.
Mm.
I have no idea who it is.
Is it Conan the Barbarian? You friends probably know
Please,
what I'm talking
please
about.
help us. The collective knowledge of the internet
Yeah.
will solve this
But for
problem.
me, I was like an 8-year-old watching that shit. And I
Yo,
was
dude,
like,
that thing was barbaric.
ants eating my flesh off of my bones. Mm.
No.
How about no?
If did you watch, you know the Love, Death and Robot episode where there's like little things. Yo,
Little
dude.
Cthulhu's. Ooh.
Yo, what is this?
Just
Should
grab
we
it.
take one
Just
of-
grab it. Just grab
Yo,
it.
dude, I'm
I'll
sorry.
bring trivia, it's not-
I'm not gonna eat this now. I'm trying. I'm not gonna eat this now. I'm okay. We're having a feast. We apologize.
I'm in heaven right now.
It's literally heaven. I'm just. It's the yeah. No,
Heaven all around me.
literally good food, good weather, good company. Ace.
Our ants are different here in Europe.
Why are you not eating it? Eat it.
Eat it.
I'm. Please go put it back. I'm not gonna have it now.
Fine, I'll eat it.
Thank you. Yeah. No, I can imagine European ants are a little bit different. I would love to go camping in Europe once. I've been to Europe a couple times, but I've never actually been to like the wild side and the more nature reserve side of it. I'd love to know what it's like and what type of animals and what the feels like. Cause here if you go in like true wild, like in the Kalahari, you're almost always gonna find some type of predator near you. Like you'll be lying down, you'll be lying and sleeping, and then you hear like lions roar or hyenas will come and try and chow your cooler at night to get at the food. Like it's hectic. So I'd love to know what what it's like in Europe.
More bears. We don't have bears.
No?
here.
Are there bears? I don't think there's bears in Europe.
There's no bears in Europe?
Is there bears in Europe? I thought they were only in North America. I might be going nuts. But I think I'm talking out of my ass. And now that I'm thinking this through, I don't think that's possible. Wow. I can't believe my general knowledge is failing me today.
We are unplugging from brain, plugging into heart.
Plugging into heart.
Just feeling in this moment.
I don't think there's bears in
We don't
Europe.
need to know anything. We're just here. That's what we know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Fred, for knowing with me. I do think I can.
Just watched some army ad here in Britain about Army of the Future, and they have literal Terminators walking around, screw making killer robots. Humanity probably finished when that happened.
Are you sure? I've seen videos
Interesting.
of that shit, bro.
The interesting thing about like robot armies is that on the one side, at least it's gonna stop humans dying, But it does mean like you could be way more aggressive in the way you do things.
Because
and
you
that-
don't care about
because you
losing
don't
troops.
care. Who cares? You can just do it. It does make it'll be an interesting thing. I hope it's not the route we probably take. It would be quite sad.
Stop with the war, please.
Yeah, dude, I know. I don't it's not worth it, bro.
War is bad.
War is bad, dude. It should
War
never happen.
is always
Like-
bad. If war is happening, please reevaluate as to why
No,
war
no,
happened.
the best thing I heard was what Reynard said. Reynard, when the like Ukrainian thing broke out, he was like, "Listen, what's the point of starting something and ending up in a boardroom talking about it? Why not just skip all the death and start in the boardroom and talk this through?" And that's always been the funniest thing. You have to get so emotional about it and get angry.
Dude, maybe VR experience will help with that.
We like violence.
Like I said, VR battles, and that's how we
no,
decide.
no, no, no. I think about it the other way around. Like you show human suffering through the first person perspective. And then you
It
put
could
yourself
work.
into that mindset of like, hey oh, this isn't jokey, fun times. No, people are dying.
People are dying.
This is
I
what it
know.
looks like while these people are dying. How about
That's
you?
already happening though. It's some people can't look at it. And it's a very interesting conundrum because you kind of have to, because otherwise you can't know. So yeah, it is a very interesting time we live in because we have to deal with so many different ideas at the same time. I mean, we have to try and work out how to properly use the internet. We have to try and work out how we're gonna do Neuralink. We're gonna have to work out how we're gonna make use of space flight, space travel. It's such a weird and interesting time.
We have to figure out how to take care of people.
We have to figure out how to take care of people. I agree.
That's
Easy.
step one. Easy, huh?
Easy.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
What do we do?
easy. You just let them take care of themselves.
Okay, I actually agree.
I agree as well.
That's literally universal basic income.
Yep. You have to give them the ability.
This dude is asking, in South Africa, as a tourist, can you hire a gun
No. No.
for areas like the Kalahari, a part of Cape Town? And they do have bears in part of here.
That's pretty cool. I don't know about the bears. No, you can't just. The only way to get a gun here is, technically. Don't.
You
go-
can get a gun for hire.
You can go high. No, you still need a license though.
Listen to us. Really? A gun for hire.
Oh, you're a person. Okay, yeah, you could do that, but you could do that anywhere. And I don't even know where to start with that. Some shady background.
I
with,
mean,
like,
you
Black Adder
probably
stuff.
would go to like professional hunting.
Oh, you mean like for hunting? Yeah, okay, or for like security for being.
I
in the...
mean, this person, like, I'm imagining him asking from the perspective of, if I was scared
Mm.
and I wanted a person with a gun, could I hire one?
You could definitely
Yes.
hire a PH. That you
You
could do
could
a
hire.
like private hunter or professional hunter. Sorry. You could hire one of those, but like guns itself, you can go buy a gun and then immediately that gun needs to go to the police that you then need to go get a license for. You can't just take one and leave with it. That's not how it works. And then it's going to take about 2 years to get your license for it. So the laws here are a lot more strict about how and when you're allowed to have a gun. Yeah, and also the interesting thing is you only need to register the barrel. Because the barrel's the thing you can use. You don't need to register stock or anything like that.
Little twisty twisties.
A little twisty. What the
What
fuck?
do you want?
dude?
War is bad. I agree. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah,
I'm happy
absolutely.
we can be unanimous in this decision.
It's shade in both ways.
Exactly, but the problem is sometimes human greed. Look at the size of Russia, yet Putin still wants more. Yeah,
I don't think it's as simple as that.
I think people like power more than they like greed. But greed, unfortunately, is definitely a symptom of power.
I think that's very true. I do think people really enjoy power. It's why people keep doing it. But I think greed and power grow together. I don't think it's really something that's interchangeable for each other. Or actually, the way you said it makes a lot of sense. One feeds the other, and this one feeds itself back.
Not necessarily. Very big difference between power and greed.
You can be greedy to get like a certain amount of money, and then that can allow you a certain sense of power, and then you get more greedy with your money because.
Can you not? Are you not greedy for power though? Is that not like the entire point of?
I suppose.
Because greed is both monetary gain, but monetary gain also applies to doing and power in of itself.
I think the only way forward is if we actually start believing. And me and Johan had a conversation about this, where we need to have a universal understanding. And I believe that universal understanding we need to share is the realization that we're all awareness in this moment right now. And that awareness is not interchangeable, not different from person to person. And then if we can, as a collective, love that awareness inside of ourselves and love it enough inside of other people to want to bring the best into their experiences, that's how we change the world.
Or in a more simple sense, giving instead of taking. And what was yours? Not compromise.
Hmm.
What did you say instead of competitive? Collective versus
Collaborate.
collaborative versus competitive. Rather we'd work together to get to a place than trying to cheat each other out of getting to certain places because we're scared of losing what we have.
And Yuan shared this beautiful understanding about people would rather lock their door than not lock their door, because there's more benefit in locking your door than there would be potential
Well,
loss in not locking your
the-
door. And to just
Mm.
to extend that understanding onto the individual relationship basis, where you would be willing to stab someone in the back first in hopes that you don't get stabbed in the back, to like lock the door in that way. And like that's again, as you mentioned, like competition culture.
I think it's a very thing. It's the main reason behind like you do it because while the possibility exists, it's way better to be prudent about a situation than blasé about a situation.
True.
but that
But
is
at
a
the
change.
same time, I don't think humans are incapable of cooperating.
We're
If you
definitely
take
not.
a relatively recent example, it's the COVID vaccine, which around the world humans collaborated to make
Mhm.
a vaccine in 6 months.
We set
As-
records.
As a pinnacle of science and like modern achievement.
And we,
But
in
that
doing so,
required a collective threat to our
I
survival.
agreed.
So our cooperation is still very much based on
individual
threat.
need, yeah.
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you are threatened, it is easier to come together. Now, I wonder if it's then possible to change that idea from needing a threat to the wanting of betterment for everyone. I don't know how it's. I don't think it's that plausible. I think it'll only happen when a big enough threat comes that it truly takes all of humanity to band together. But COVID showed that it's not that true.
We all want to be the main character, and the survival depends on it.
I feel main character is the wrong way to see it, dude. Like center of unconsciousness. It's basically the same thing, but there's more truth to the second term, right? Like you friend, yes. You being like me, yes, you are the center of your consciousness.
Of your consciousness, that is correct.
And
Yeah.
how do you think your consciousness is different to mine, Christian? Exactly.
All that differs
You
between
didn't
you
even
two-
let me argue.
No, but like I don't think there's a difference. Is there a difference in consciousness?
Between my consciousness and your consciousness.
The things you're conscious of, surely, very different. But the consciousness itself, the awareness of the things in of itself, is that different?
If you're talking about the now, no.
I still think consciousness is too ambiguous a term, too kind of broad. I
Okay.
think to make it more kind of practical
Mm.
and easily recognizable, is that we first need to recognize that we're all human.
Yes.
We're all one species.
That's
Completely agree.
that's kind of the core of the idea of when I say consciousness, the understanding that we're all humans having
a
experiences.
human experience. And we've never had an experience, at least not in our recollection, other than this one. Right? Like you've been.
I don't know, man. I've met some people that were like, yeah, I remember when I was in Atlantis, and like the flood came, and I like saw all the families
We actually
die.
met a person like this.
What do you mean you actually met?
No, we
Actually,
actually, met,
actually, we
yeah,
went together.
he's my witness. of
We
this
actually met a person like
occasion.
this. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrifying. Really terrifying.
It is a grasp to be something, right? Because we don't know what it is we are. We realize that we are everything, and within everything, there is also nothing. So it's this paradox of am I everything, or am I nothing, or am I something in between? And then we come up with stories like, oh yes, I remember this previous life that I had in Atlantis.
Why does it have to be so ultimate, man? Why can't it be a bit of everything?
It is.
It is a bit.
That's literally the point. That's literally the point. It is a bit of everything. Thank you, honey.
This is good shit.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, we are absolutely
Pigging out over
pigging
there.
out. It's delicious.
We're having a human experience.
Mm-hmm.
Taking time with friends. I mean, like just being able to live on Earth right now is taking time with friends.
I mean, realistically,
Space Peacock and
no other
Mariah,
animal
instead
does
of one
this.
consciousness, more like
See that awesome?
con.
It's awesome me, my son.
Mariah, knowing you and knowing your wisdom, yes, is probably the answer to what you just said.
If you
I
wanna,
agree.
if you wanna send something, send it on Reddit because we actually have the Reddit open. It's easier for us to communicate that way.
Press that button. It'll take.
Sorry.
If you press that button, Christian, the world will explode. Oh yes, I love that.
The whole shoot.
No, it's cool.
Dudes.
No.
Oh,
No,
it's
okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rex Dog.
The deep
I am immersed right now.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced I'm here right now. Like, I've never been convinced of
I'm
anything else before.
Not gonna lie, I am actually getting lethargic sitting here. This is sick in the sun. Not really in the sun, it's kinda in the sun.
Hmm.
I hope wherever
Yeah, just
you are.
the life force, the giver of all energy our planet has ever received.
Bro, the sun should be our god.
No, dude,
It
has
has
been at
been
various
multiple
times.
times. Yeah.
It should be right now.
it kinda is. It's just we don't think of it as like this thing we don't understand. It's still it's more our god than anything else. If it dies
I
tomorrow,
mean,
we're all
the
dead.
sun comes up and you get up. And you
Yeah,
do shit.
bro.
Why? Because the sun is on
The
your
whole
body.
earth does that.
No. Some animals hunt and night.
Okay, sorry, not the whole earth. Okay, just most of it.
No.
We're not counting the deep oceans right now.
You guys are gonna see a lot of
The
arguments.
so
surface
much
of the
stuff.
fucking water.
not even that.
Don't
Let's
make me
see you
slap
jump
man.
into
Alright,
mountain.
a lot of the earth comes alive.
Think about the
From-
biomass of insects.
Well, the,
How many
the,
insects do
Yo,
we
can this-
shove
the
on
good God-fearing animals.
Good God-fearing animals.
Get up when the sun gets up. Okay?
on an odd tangent.
That's so beautiful. I love that. The God-fearing animals do things when the sun is up.
On an odd tangent, I do love eating like this
Mm.
kind of thing because cheese making, and I may be corrected on this, is about 5,000 years old,
Oh,
maybe a bit older. Wine making is 4,000 years old. So just the act of bread is 6,000 years old. Just
The
the,
fact
act
that
of
we love something so much
That
that,
it's
we're willing
been-
to stick with it for 4,000 years, barely altering the process.
Yes, but also it makes me feel on a very like subtle level quite connected with all humanity
Yup.
because 4,000 years ago this is what humans did. They sat around, had some cheese, had some bread,
Had
had
some
some
meat.
meat, and drank something.
I resonate
Whether it
so
was
much
beer
with
or
you.
wine, depending on where they were.
in saying this, but in the grand scheme of humanity, it's actually a pretty recent thing that we're doing as well.
What?
This is pretty recent. Like to have this kind of luxury to be
It
able
depends.
to sit and eat cheese and meat.
Oh, you
It
mean
Not
to this
specifically,
extent?
but what I mean
Yeah.
To
like,
this extent, yes.
but I mean like
maybe.
food in general, like humans have been
I mean,
existing
we're
since
actually
time
eating
immemorial.
like
Yeah.
pretty much Greeks right
eating
now.
like gods,
We're-
like
no,
kings.
like
No,
actual
kings.
Greeks right now.
I-
Kings
I
were
think
kings.
a
Bit of
Dude,
cow
kings-
with some, yeah, like maybe king level.
No, I think we eat better than most kings would have eaten for most of humanity. I mean, like a fridge.
I don't know,
fridge,
man.
Dude, you had testers to eat your food, make sure it wasn't
Bro,
poison.
no. For me, is you have grain. That's about it through the
Not,
winter.
not just that, it's also the way you were seasoning them. If you think about like tomatoes, we get tomatoes and avocados on the regular.
Yeah.
They're from South America. Like until about 500 years
You
ago,
couldn't do that.
people in Europe at least didn't know about avocados.
Mhm.
It's like they didn't have it.
It wasn't thing.
These
Well,
days
it's like
we can
them-
get food from all over the world because
Easy.
of refrigeration.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's huge. Like it's
like
kind.
caviar.
Nah, dude,
Like
caviar.
caviar.
Have you
Caviar.
had caviar?
I love caviar.
Dude,
You
caviar, in my opinion, is like the most overblown thing these
Oh,
days.
Johan, you
I'll
take that
do
Do
right
you
the
know why
fuck
I
back
say
right
that?
now,
Do you know
swear
why?
to
No,
God.
do you know why I say that? Do you know why I say that? Because back in the day, I completely understand the entire point of caviar being a big thing. Where the fuck did you get fish eggs? Now
They
we
cut a
have,
fish open.
now we have
Like-
so many farms that it's so simple to get it. It's
Johan,
not this
we
big
still
thing.
cut a fish open.
Don't make
It's
me-
easy to get the fish.
Don't make me shit my
Squeeze
pants
down.
right now, bro. Caviar
Huh?
is so good.
For sturgeon caviar, they cut it open, and then you eat the fish. But still, you have to cut a fish open, man. Like,
Tangents.
Tangents. Rex dog, thank you. for
What did he
joining us.
say?
He just says looks good, like looks like a good time. No,
It is.
Maybe
It
it
is.
Beans. But aren't we all connected, coming from the same source, having our own individual experience? That's what I think. I think we're all consciousness.
I don't know about you
Consciousness
guys. I
is
came
about
from the
everything.
planet Swag, bro.
The planet
Planet
Swagzers.
No, so I.
From Tully Island to be exact. Right, Lucian.
No, so in my opinion,
motorboarding is a national anthem.
motorboarding is a national.
Motorboating.
Is bro. Ew.
Everyone stand, we're about to
No.
sing the national anthem. Please grab your strumpet to the left.
You're what?
I had strumpets.
Strumpet. No?
That's
I'm just gonna
that's how
ignore
you
it.
get cancelled.
I have put so much cancel content on SDLs.
It's like shut up, shut up, shut up, shut
I
up.
love how I still on camera has to keep a straight face. I'm just here like.
No, you
That's
can't
not
see
that
the
bad.
two- You can't see the
It's
two
so much
having
better
an
than saying
aneurysm,
whores.
Yeah, it's not like there's 485 people in the space right now.
yeah.
So much better, so much better than saying whores. Strumpet is a lot classier, come on, especially in the 25.
No,
in
I read
2020.
a great thing in a book. You know, call a spade and be direct, but always call a whore a lady, because her life is hard enough,
Yeah, a strumpet.
and it doesn't
No.
cost you anything to be you know.
A strumpet
polite.
isn't that
No,
insulting.
it's horrible.
Come
Yo,
on.
dude. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
Fuck
I'm
you,
not.
Julian.
Vandalite, we're eating cheese, cold
Cheese.
meats, bride meats, some bread, some olives,
A bride meat is just meat on a fire.
barbecue.
Barbecue.
Thank
You know-
you for asking, friend Bakari.
In some parts of Africa, you just like blow the ash off the
Right,
coals and
Natalie.
toss it on the coal. So good.
Hello.
Or you know, cook it in a spade.
You met someone who claimed to have been not been to Atlantis. He used to be in Atlantis before
Like
Atlantis
his
collapsed.
previous lives.
Yes, and he remembers. Like he claims to know things about how the world is going right now because he was so wise during the Atlantean times. And he saw them mess everything up. So now he's in a position to tell you what's what because he was an Atlantean, of course.
All right.
Sounds like an Assassin's Creed plot.
Oh, dude, the
I think
Animus.
it was.
The Animus is coming right now.
Multiple
man.
times.
Would love to hear that story. It was quite a wild one, friend. Now that's a little bit more of the behinds of the story. What's your opinion on ego? Unironically, and maybe this is gonna be a little bit cringe. Melt more, friend. When you feel your ego melting, melt even more.
Nah.
Your ego is something that you cannot get rid of. You can only befriend it. But it's a constant.
I feel it's a vital aspect of life.
Dude, you can't not have an ego.
It's-
You need some type of motivation.
It is the
to
thing
do.
we used to be like, you are that and I am this. But it's illusion. It is a story we tell ourselves at the end of the day.
Not necessarily. I think the ego just denotes different experiences.
So the way that I have thought about, and I agree with you
I
in
love
that
a
way.
big ego, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
The way that
I do, I love it.
The way that I think about ego is you go through your
Understand
entire life
taste in a woman now.
experiencing things, right? And then through these experiences, you start to like certain things, and then you tell yourself a story. Oh, I
Dude,
like these things. I don't like.
We
these things,
literally
and that's
discussed
ego.
yesterday how much of a fucking drama queen you were as a child. We were like leaning backwards, pointing finger in the air, like, how dare you speak to me, Harry?
Yeah, yeah. But that was ego, dude, and I can't be that person anymore because that ego had to die. That
Why
that
does it have to die? Spray
It
it
has
at an appropriate moment.
has to melt maybe then, turn into goo, and then be reshapen into something else every single time.
I love big drama. And that sometimes
Yes.
comes with big ego.
No.
Yo, I can't stand drama. Actually, I like drama a little bit, but like in very certain places,
I love drama.
and only very certain.
I like
places.
being dramatic. I don't like drama.
I also like the only place I like drama is if I'm like, you know what? It is
You
time
love
that I get my yearly taste
do.
of drama
Wanna
and
hear
I
that
go watch
cough?
something like Love
Wanna hear
Island
the tea?
just to laugh at it.
Squat.
That's the type of drama I'll enjoy
Bring me
for a
the
bit, and then it'll be done.
It's Love Island.
That's
The
quite.
dating show,
The
the like
chick-
super
chick-
cringy dating
The
show.
closest
Your
I've got to watching a love show
ex-character.
is Love on the Spectrum.
No idea.
Where it's like a show about autistic people dating one another.
Interesting.
It
That's
was
pretty.
it was way too in my face about my own behaviors. I was like,
I can't do this.
I need to show you this list. Yeah, you're gonna cringe to death.
I don't want to cringe to death.
You
I would prefer not
cringe
cringing in
To
life.
death. I love the sun. Love from Vietnam. Thank you for joining us.
Whoa!
This
This
dude-
guy's going
this
to
dude on
Vietnam.
Wednesday.
See that
Yeah.
that
It's
was
coming to
that was some
Vietnam.
synchronous shit.
Yeah.
This is what this like,
That was like
and we showed
awesome.
up, and now synchronicity. Someone from
Vietnam,
Vietnam
bro.
right now tuning into this stream right now.
Maybe you can meet them.
It's calling you over.
Come
For a
join.
moment, I was very confused about what was happening.
What's happening right now?
Put your face in the stream so that if they see you in Vietnam, they'll be like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, you're the famous guy on YouTube."
So every single person he's gonna go to now is gonna be like, "Do you remember?
Do you
seeing
remember
on
me?
YouTube?"
I'm
Every
sorry.
single Vietnamer.
I'm sorry, I just love how he immediately went over to a Slavic accent. When he, like, tried to
That's the only
describe-
accent I know.
Wow.
I love the sun. You guys lucky
Save
to have it all the time. It makes my life so much better when it's here. Otherwise, it's cold and grey, raining all the time here in the UK.
Oh.
Yo,
Oh,
I could not stand this man.
dude-
This man loves
sister
it.
lives in the UK as well.
Just got mom.
Natalie, thank you for the love, Joe. Bye. Love to you as well, Natalie. It's nice to have you.
I think someone said my name. Hi. I'm sorry, it's very hot. You're very big in that frame.
Love to Chicago, Fred. Thank you for joining us.
It's
Happy
just,
Saturdays. Thank you for the love, Aunt B. It's nice of you to join us.
Bobby.
Caviar farms are kind of fun. Yeah, that's the first place I went as well, Jovan. I'm sorry. Is this in Sweden or South Africa?
South
it's
Africa.
actually in Norway.
no, he's lying.
Shut up.
Tactful Chemist! It's been like months since Tactful Chemist has joined us. Hello,
Tactful
friend.
canvas
It's
or
been-
tactful canvas?
Tactful Chemist.
Tactful
I
chemist.
appreciate
It's been
it.
too long since I caught a stream. I get to see you on live. Because I got a new job. Congratulations, friend. And thank you. You're here now, right? Sure, you haven't been here in a while, but here you are now. Thank you for joining us, friend. Nice to have you.
Have I?
Okay, yo, you guys are losing. You can't not share a joke in this space.
this is terribly bad.
Okay, fuck you
I
then.
think it's probably better that way.
Yeah, it's probably
knowing
better.
Christian. It's probably gonna be some like
It's demonetizable.
5 years extra in hell, or like 5 billion years. I
Oh
don't know.
please.
Something
Also-
crazy.
Eternity in hell. What's
Eternity.
another 5 years?
To the person that liked my outfit, thank you.
Favorite joke I've seen is like you and your best friend in hell. Very serious note. But look at Satan shoot.
Oh no!
Satan's wearing
Look
that.
at Satan's
Is
shoes.
Satan actually wearing that?
What are those?
What are those, Satan?
Is he seriously wearing sneakers right now?
What would you wear as Satan, dude?
Your
Bruh.
sneakers, bro.
First of all, you're fucking Satan, my bro. At least some Prada.
I like
If
the fun
anyone
there.
got the
I
that
am always proud of
was
it.
thank you.
I got it. I got it. It's raining in Chicago. Funny McMurray joining us as well.
I would love to be
Hey,
there
friend.
with you.
Ego is both
I would
a
love
blessing and a curse in humans. It's the alpha that exists in many animals.
Yeah.
Too much of it. Hey Mel, it's raining in Chicago. I was thinking about what you said. I had the craziest thing. I imagined a thunder roar and 2 seconds later it roared. Insane. Precognition, friend.
Knowing, bro.
Melt and Company! Red Clicker.
Hello.
Thank you for joining me. It's nice to have you here, friend. The need to be that is what gets some people in trouble all the time. Some should know when to take a step back and let go to control their actions.
Yeah, I agree. I
I
really,
feel-
really agree. Yeah, go for it.
I think we should just realize that we're more than just the ego, right? Like your ego can be attached to your thoughts, and you're more than just your thoughts. And I shared this with him as well, and I've been sharing it with myself over and over again. In the same way you can choose to breathe consciously, you can choose to think consciously.
I
The
think
same way you breathe automatically, you think automatically.
I just got this instinct screaming inside of me to just disagree with you. Not because I have any basis to stand on,
Yeah,
just
just
because I
because
feel
I
like
want to.
disagreeing.
Please disagree with me.
I think it's not fair to say you can think consciously always.
But
Um,
the same way you can breathe consciously always.
Bro, sometimes you dodge shit that
But-
you didn't even process, man. It's just like, it's coming. I've
Your
had
brain-
moments where I'm dodging tree branches that I didn't even see.
Not just that, your brain has certain kind of thought patterns that's embedded in it. And
You will now feel shit.
I think it takes a lot of conscious effort to change them,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
but I don't think it makes them conscious.
I think
Again, some
I
of my
think-
some of my
just one
favorite.
second, one second.
I
I just want to say something to him. Bro, first,
Fuck you, bloody.
I think the more you practice, the better you get at it. Right? So taking some control and being like, oh, I'm grateful for the beauty of the light right now. I'm grateful for the company of my friends. Instead of being like, oh, what the fuck did I just
Yeah,
say?
but some of my favorite memes is literally
that
like
conscious thought.
anxiety coming in and being
But that's
like,
consciously changing.
hey,
It's not. It will eventually then happen automatically.
It has been happening automatically for me. at this
So
point.
yeah, but that's the point. It's kind of like part of cognitive behavioral therapy, in where you kind of change your kind of autosomal thoughts.
But we're capable of that.
Yes, of course.
That's the
There's
crazy
a whole like psychological discipline based on it. Like,
have you seen the memes of anxiety coming in?
Gee,
And
what-
anxiety coming through and being like, hey, aren't you worried about that one thing?
no.
I am now.
my favorite is like, I'm in a routine, like the Sarah Scribbles cartoons. I'm in a routine. I wonder what happens when I get out of the routine. My brain on fire. Okay, back can I go?
No, see, I'm of the exact opposite. If it starts burning, you run at it.
Run at it.
Run
now.
at it.
If you melt,
If you melt or
go into
fuck
it
it,
more.
you're not
Yeah,
good, there
they're
is
just
a
like,
problem.
take me. You can't escape, friend.
Nah.
You can escape what you are. No matter
Just-
where
I
you
just
go,
see some Cthulhu-esque,
how much money you
like,
make,
tentacles coming out
how
of,
many
like,
things
that
you have,
hole that you don't
you'll
wanna
still
run
be
towards.
this. Aware, there's no.
Then this fleshy
They
thing.
just, close the box.
Just aware.
Right.
Oh goodness.
I'll do
That
that
is part of
tomorrow.
drama.
Oh, I
is the
remember I used to struggle
resolution.
so
And the
much,
resolution
man.
sucks. And I find myself upset with the time I
I
spent with the
agree.
drama.
I agree.
I think that makes sense in a way as well. Like why people actually want drama. They want to see how it ends. So how is this gonna end?
Yeah, some
I
drama is too much.
suppose, but I also think it's a very kind of built-in ape behavior, as in
To like drama.
or no, because drama kind of establishes hierarchy in a social group in a way.
Oh, I don't like that, dude.
So like
Thank you, Yuan.
it's
I
interesting,
appreciate
like
your help.
by the group coming together to gossip about the one thing or like thing, it kind of unites the group in dislike of something. Unfortunately, that's a person. But it also serves to kind of, I think, establish social hierarchy, but also maintain social hierarchy. Because as much as we like to argue against it, at the very formative part of our brains, this still plays part of our behavior.
I agree, 100%.
But we can change that because we have a conscious kind of.
But
We need
that's
to become aware of it first.
that's the thing. That's kind of the big thing I try. Like whenever I mean like you need to become aware of the things you do. I mean it in that sense. Like some things are very base, the structure of instinct driven. But because I don't know what we managed to do, but we've somehow managed to be able to go, no, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And it's hard. It's not easy,
It's
but
part of becoming self-aware.
yeah, but once you can do that, you can actively change who and what you are and how you interpret the world, and pretty much get you
But
to
also, things like this require experience and exposure.
100%.
It doesn't just.
It
happen.
doesn't just happen. See, but that is why I really think that it is very important for things like Starlink and that to happen, to be because the more information you can get to people, the more aware they can possibly become.
The problem is it's not just information, because information can be dismissed out of hand based on experience.
Agreed.
So you kind of have to force or experience something yourself make
Well-
an attachment to it. It needs to affect you in a way
I agree.
before you kind of make change. We've seen this a lot in humanity's history.
It's a
and
Can I
Addictive.
share this perspective then? What if you could experience it as your experience? Like where we have a collective base of information, but you experience it as an individual.
How?
But like someone makes a poor decision, decides to drink a lot and jump off the second balcony, and you put yourself in that mindset, and you're like, yeah, I look down, my bone is fucked up, broken. This is maybe not a good idea, and then you make a different decision instead of jumping off the balcony.
I suppose that's not experiencing a thing. That's more like learning from someone else's experience.
But that's what we do.
But like it's important because we will never make all the mistakes ourselves.
Yeah,
We never
it's
live
not
long
like
enough.
I still love the way the
same
first
as
description.
experiencing it
The
yourself.
first description I ever heard is, "How did we know which berries were poisonous?"
Tim died.
Tim died.
Tim died. Tim died while
That
eating
one
that
like Tim
berry.
shit himself.
It's like, bro, why are you worried about things, bro? Life is awesome. Look at this, just berries growing all around. Bro.
I was eating them.
No.
Okay, guys, not these. Not these.
And then, you know what the worst part was? It probably wasn't just
See-
Barry. It was probably an entire
But-
tribe that decided to sit down and eat all of
See,
these
the
berries
thing is
at
though,
once.
what I think is
Just
very
fucking die.
fascinating. What's very
Maybe that's what
fascinating
the
about
village
this
is
is.
for.
What's very fascinating about this for me is that now I feel like we've gotten to the point where we no longer need somebody to do the dumb thing.
Because we can test it.
Because we can test it.
Like, we have
But
technology.
But that technology that we
But
have.
you cannot discount the importance of Unga Bunga, bro.
I've
You
never
cannot.
discounted
But
the
you see-
Unga Bunga.
We have moved past Unga Bunga and went, you see, if it kills me, it's probably going to kill that rabbit.
Yeah, Christian.
So feed it to the rabbit and see what happens.
Like, Bunga can only find out one way what will happen to Christian if he jumps off this balcony.
We know what will happen to
Yeah,
us.
but that Unga Bunga
Doesn't
doesn't
mean
know.
you need to find out exactly what that's gonna be
Before I
like.
hit the floor, I will explode
Well, no.
in a flash of light and ascend to the heavens.
Unga Bunga many millennia ago did jump off something
And we were
something
like,
bad happened.
It was like,
I
let's
like-
see if we take full
Yeah, it
damage.
was the free thinkers,
Took a lot of
the
full damage.
open-minded
It was like-
Unga Bungas that were like, dude, why are we afraid of things? Might as well just like jump and fly.
That
If
is
I
why-
believe I can fly,
Yeah,
I
that's
will fly.
stupid.
But you
And then he jumped and he tried to fly and he fucking died.
But you see, this is why to this day I will argue that everyone, at least once in their life, need to play one game. It is-
One video game.
Yes.
Huh?
It is ancestors
Oh,
becoming
no,
human.
no, dude, that thing is nuts. So
Like-
the entire game is basically you play as a monkey tribe, and you start out not knowing jack shit.
Well, not a monkey tribe, early hominid.
Early hominid tribe, whatever you want to be specific.
Opposable thumbs.
And you basically go around trying to learn how to do things. Like you have to learn. You carry a baby around with you, so you can teach it that you need to hit sticks together. And they simulate 1 million years of human evolution.
10 million.
Is it 10 million? It's 10 million
Like,
years of
Isn't this
evolution.
Far Cry?
No.
Some shit, no?
It's human. It's
It is
human.
becoming monkey.
Is it
Yeah,
called
it's-
Ancestor?
Ancestors,
Oh.
human odyssey, yeah, or human
Odyssey.
odyssey, yeah.
I know it.
It's
Love it.
ridiculous. If you ever, I could not play more than 2 hours because I was so overwhelmed with the amount of shit that you need to do to get
I
anywhere.
love
in
that game so much.
No, it's so
I
hard.
fucking binge it, dude. I'm like, yes, oh shit, lion, go, run away.
no.
And then
Yeah,
you're
no.
like, cool. I will do
Now
the
I
monkey.
get spear.
No.
Throw at lion.
No, dude, you get the monkey thing where you're like, 2 monkey, not good enough for lion. We gather entire group of monkey.
and
Whole monkey go, wah, wah. Lion goes, I don't want to be beaten to death by 15 apes, so I'm gonna leave. Like-
Dude, it's incredible to me that we have these video games that's like, here, do you want to know what early humanoids were like?
Behold.
Behold.
And you know what the best thing I love about that game is they don't give you any
Nothing,
tutorial.
you
They're
have to
like,
figure out.
listen, the early
I hate
humans
those.
didn't have.
No, I
No, no,
hate
no.
those games. a
No,
lot,
Ark as
man.
well.
No,
dude. This
because-
sounds like Ark.
No, dude, because
You
the-
spend your
this-
hours YouTubing
this
on
is-
fuck
no.
to survive a night.
There's a setting where you can even remove the entire HUD.
Yep, literally
Nothing.
nothing. You're
And-
just
humaning.
And that's the point of the game that they warn you in the beginning. They're like, listen, we're not going to give you any help. The early hominids didn't have help.
good luck.
Figure it out.
You are an
Like-
advanced ape.
Rub sticks together and stuff.
Dude.
I have to read some comments.
Yeah, please go.
Please, please,
We've
please.
been a
Oh,
while.
I feel like I'm. Yeah, me too. Me too. I feel it. Please. Stop. The best part of drama is M101. And we have a few friends joining us again. True, I believe the
The
ego
power
drives so many
of
aspects of
thought.
nature. What's up, fool?
Pick up the phone.
Mr. Bejesus, thank you for joining us.
Bejesus.
Bejesus, thank you. Eat Red Meat, thank you for joining us. A quote for today: if my head is a jungle, I sow the seeds of positive thoughts to grow the trees.
I like that. I agree.
Very nice. Thank you, Eat Red Meat, for sharing. Jeff! Same. Think about ego. There is no. We have a Jeff that just joined us. Thank you.
Is Jeff even real, bro?
Jeff.
Is his
Jeff
name
exists.
Jeff?
His name is Jeff.
His name is Jeff.
His name is actually Jeff.
I love you, Jeff. I love you, Jeff. Please don't take offense.
I actually love you, but
We really do.
yeah, the 7 to 3 p.m.
That was another one
work
of those.
week seems hard. I miss this love and
I
energy.
don't give a fuck.
It's always here for you.
Fuck
Yeah.
everything.
It's always here for you.
Mm.
This group laughter is tremendous. Thank you guys for uplifting. Thank you for choosing to be here, friend. For tuning in and for being in tune.
Yeah.
Thank you, Molly, for joining us, friend, for the wholesome Eat Red
Every
Meat.
time he says some shit like that, I'm just hearing the guitar riff.
With the Pete Townsend strum.
Oh, I was
That's
thinking
Doctor Strange.
Wow.
Thank you, Hoodie Steve,
Whoever's
for
watched
joining us
the
as well. We have 473 souls in this space right now. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
My
Thank
name
you.
is Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff, for joining us. Thank you, friends, for
Yeah.
passing the moment.
To spend time with us. We appreciate it. We really do. And I'm going to be completely honest. You joining us means the world. And you need to understand that you being here means that you are loved beyond
You're
words.
supporting our friend Melt over here.
You're
He's trying
supporting
to-
him.
Trying to change the world for the better in his own unique, special way.
Slancha.
You,
No.
friends. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Like
Cheers.
every single one of you. You being in
Cheers,
this moment
everyone.
right now.
the vampire.
To everyone else.
You're the change. You're the change, friend.
You are the amazing people.
I appreciate you so much. Have an amazing day.
Much
Beloved
love.
friends. Give us a follow. We'll be here again tomorrow.
I was so
Cheers,
sad
cheers,
that
everyone.
on the campaign, dude.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for letting us hang out with
I
you.
really
Thank you
enjoyed
for joining us. Shannon.
If
Love
I'm
to you,
still
friend.
here, bye.
I don't want
Love to all
die.
you friends. So much love. Cheers, cheers, everyone.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Suck my ass.